Life Unrehearsed, brought to you by Lianas Senior Transition Support, helping you navigate home care and senior residences.
Welcome back to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Del Vecchio here, specializing in home care, elder care planning, and the senior living industry. Thank you for tuning in. I've been taking Super Bowl predictions on the text board at 514-800. Send them in, 514-800. Are you going for the Chiefs or 49ers? It was an early lead for the Chiefs on the text board, but San Francisco is really taking the lead here. A lot of 49ers fans out there. I don't know if they're 49ers fans or anti-Taylor Swift fans. Who knows? But let's hear from you. Text 514-800. You know, Canada has one of the highest rates of multiple sclerosis in the world, with an estimated 90,000 Canadians living with the disease. On average, 12 Canadians are diagnosed with MS every day, and women are 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with MS than men. MS is a chronic autoimmune disease of the central nervous system. Since that includes the brain and spinal cord and optic nerve, MS can affect vision, memory, balance, and mobility. And a great organization that pushes for research and supporting those with the disease is the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada. They truly have an incredible range of services. And joining me today are Lisa Witt, the director of the West Island branch of MS Canada, as well as Lisa Gall, the activity and service coordinator. The branch is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. Lisa, welcome to Life Unrehearsed.
Thank you for having us, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for having us.
Most welcome. And I love the name Lisa. That's my daughter's name. And so this is, I'm going to go with Lisa, and one of you will respond, but I'll say your last names, all right? And Lisa Witt, why don't we start with you? Can you tell us a little bit about your role at MS Canada?
Yeah. First off, I'll say that we're lovingly known as Lisa number 1 and Lisa number 2 with our group members, just because it does get confusing. We are a small team of 2, and I say a team because Lisa and I work extremely well together in our roles to sort of offer various services to the members, run fundraisers, increase membership, support and everything. It's really, we're a dynamic duo, I'll say, and we're very well supported by a lot of volunteers, board members, and amazing members who help make our day-to-day life, a dream.
Yeah, not easy what you're doing. Lisa Gall, you're doing a lot of the activities and service coordinator, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, your role is so important, and you're specific in the West Island. MS is right across the country, and good on you for doing what you're doing. 50th anniversary for the branch. So Lisa Witt, what kind of support does the West Island MS Canada branch offer for people with multiple sclerosis?
So support-wise, and that's very much what we are, support service, we have a whole host of activities that we offer, everything from online psychology services, small group psychology, to in-person activities. Every Monday we meet. We run once a month outings. On Tuesday, we're going to the Cosmodome. We've done the casino. We'll do sugaring off, things like that. We run various exercise groups, online meditation, neuromotrics, brain gym. We have Aquafit run through the DDO Civic Center. We have caregiver support group that meets approximately once a month, where the caregivers of members could come and sort of have a nice dinner together, and we discuss various topics together. Really, we offer quite an extensive array of activities for anybody that is diagnosed or even, family support to come to us. And we are predominantly a free service. For all of these activities. On certain ones, we do have nominal fees, which is why we fundraise quite often. But most of our services are offered free of charge to anybody diagnosed with MS.
Very nice. You're listening to Life Unrehearsed. Matt Del Vecchio here, and I'm talking with Lisa Witt and Lisa Gall from the West Island Division of MS Canada. Some wonderful services. Nice to hear a lot of physical activities there, which are obviously so important for MS. Now, what role, I know volunteers are crucial for you. What role do they play in the organization, and how can volunteers get involved?
Right.
Lisa?
So, yeah. So we really, really do rely very, very heavily on our amazing team, our amazing family of volunteers. We're fortunate to have volunteers who have been with us upwards of 20 to 30 years. We have volunteers who are in their, late 80s that are still dedicated volunteers that we see every single week at our Monday Fun Day, like we like to call it, our Monday Fun Day activities on Mondays. And we have occasional volunteers who help us with our really, really large-scale events that happen, particularly our fundraisers. We just recently had our first ever bingo fundraiser to kick off our 50th year celebration. We had an amazing team of corporate volunteers, actually. And we look forward to having our next fundraiser, which is by far our largest one, which is our MS Walk, which is happening on Sunday, May 26th. And this is definitely somewhere that we need as many volunteers as we can get to make this a success. So we are always welcoming and in search of new volunteers to continue to make us as successful as we've been for all these years.
Well, nice to hear. The volunteer network. It's tough for a lot of organizations these days trying to get volunteers. But these fundraising events and the funding sources are so crucial to organizations like MS Canada, in particular your West Island chapter. You've talked about bingo and the MS Walk. Tell us a little bit more, I guess, Lisa, what about the MS Walk? This is your big one, right? And are there any others that we could be aware of?
So this is our big one. It's held annually, and it's simultaneously the same date across all of Canada. So all the chapters, because there are MS branches in Montreal and Laval and different districts. So we all have the same date and the same walk, 5-kilometer walk or roll. As we say, we even have volunteers pushing wheelchairs if that. So everybody can kind of participate, but it is our biggest. We have a hefty goal to raise $75,000. We're hoping to achieve that this year because this is the one fundraiser that we rely on for all of our programming. And it's taking place Sunday, May 26th here in Dollard. It's an easy 5-kilometer walk and roll, and we hope that we get lots of walkers signing up individually, as a family, as a team. It's sort of made for all levels, all abilities, and all ages.
Well, it's such an important one. As you mentioned, many of your services are provided for free. So, let's try to encourage that walk on the May 26th for MS Canada. We have about just a real quick 30 seconds. Going to put you on the spot here. I was talking to someone on the weekend whose daughter had MS, but it's an adult daughter, and has said that there's hope. That you could live with MS. Pharma and medication is really improving. What are you seeing at your end? Is there hope for people with MS?
Absolutely. There's new medications coming out all the time, new treatments, new therapies, and there's quite a bit of medical support as well that we're seeing in our members try out that's helping them, live better quality and longer lives with it. So
nice.
we're excited by that.
Very encouraging. Well, I want to thank you both, Lisa 1 and Lisa 2. How can our listeners find out a little bit more about MS Canada?
So you can contact us. We have our main office in the West Island on the Trans-Canada. Easiest way to see what's going on with us is follow our Facebook page. So it's MS Multiple Sclerosis West Island, and we have it's a black and red logo. You can find us on Instagram. You can also easily find us at our West Island office. I can shout out the phone number. It's 514-676-1588. And we definitely love to speak to anyone who's seeking to connect with others who are, living in the MS community and let you know what we have to offer.
Well, great job to both of you. Really, thank you very much for spreading the word.
Matt.
All right. That's Lisa Witt, Director of the West Island branch of MS Canada, and Lisa Gall, the Activity and Service Coordinator.